Women's college basketball power rankings after early milestone. What's in store for JuJu Watkins? With the WNBA draft lottery on Sunday night, Sabrina Merchant took her talents to Miami Air, New York City to project the 2025 WNBA draft. And with her focus there, I was called in to pinch hit on this week's power rankings. As an AP voter, I'm sending in my top 25 each week, but now our readers can see exactly what I'm thinking about the upper echelon of women's hoops and where it differs from Sabrina's thoughts. In my view, there hasn't been much, if any, change in the top 10 from the preseason, but that should change soon. Not to look too far ahead, but before our next round of power rankings, 2 games will give us a clear indication of where some elite teams stand and could preview for the Final Four in Tampa. Notre Dame plays USC at 4 p.m. Eastern Time Saturday on NBC, and South Carolina faces UCLA at 4 p.m. Sunday on FS1. With that, let's get to it. Look, Paige Bueckers, JuJu Watkins gives flowers to Caitlin Clark's effect on women's basketball. Paige Bueckers, with her humble spirit, has often showered praises on other important players who have massively influenced the game, including her own performance. Bueckers clearly does not withhold her love and appreciation for other female basketball players, and this was seen in a short clip shared by Fox College Hoops. In the video shared by the X handle, Bueckers can be seen openly appreciating the positive influence that she has had on women's basketball in general. Bueckers went on to say that Clark not only brought much attention to the WNBA but all of women's sports. Additionally, the UConn Huskies star also went to sympathize with the burden that Clark has to carry as an influential player. Caitlin brought so much new attention to the rise of women's college basketball and the WNBA and women's sports in general. I feel like the weight of the world is on her shoulder and she just has this heavy burden to carry, and she does it with grace and humility. Bueckers said. The video does not only show Paige Bueckers appreciating Clark for the work she has done on and off the court, but also mentions other stars like JuJu Watkins and Jan Jensen appreciating the Indiana Fever guard. Yes, ma'am. Aya Wilson drops reaction to JuJu Watkins breaking a Caitlin Clark college record. Aya Wilson of the Las Vegas Aces was quite impressed with JuJu Watkins recently breaking a college basketball record. On Friday, Watkins, who plays for the USC Trojans in the Big Ten Conference, completed a total of 1,000 career points. The player managed to score her 1,000th point in her 38th college game. Several basketball legends dropped astounding reactions to Watkins' astounding milestone, including Aya Wilson. Wilson, who has been a strong supporter of other female basketball players, and often publicly shows her encouragement, shared an Instagram post with her appreciation. Wilson has been a pioneer in women's basketball in her own style. In the 2024 WNBA season, Wilson managed to score a total of 1,000 points, becoming the first female basketball player to do so in the United States. This was in the game against the Connecticut Sun, when the Las Vegas Aces managed to win with a final score of 84-71. On Friday's game between the USC Trojans and the Santa Clara Broncos, the Trojans went on to win with a final score of 81-50. Against the Broncos, USC's Watkins scored a total of 22 points, along with 5 boards and 5 helpers. Kiki Iriafen went on to put up 20 points, while grabbing 7 rebounds and assisting thrice. Caitlin Clark's BF Connor McCaffrey posts funny birthday greeting to Indiana Pacers assistant coach. Caitlin Clark's beau, Connor McCaffrey, has an interesting career of his own, and is currently an assistant coach for the Butler University Bulldogs. McCaffrey recently took to Instagram to wish Indiana Pacers assistant coach, Isaac Jakob, for his birthday, and got fans laughing with a fun-poking picture, with a sweet caption. McCaffrey and Jakob have a solid rapport with each other, having coached Indiana together last season. While McCaffrey has left Indiana to join Butler University, the two still seem to share a strong bond. The post where Jakob can be flying while aiming for a dunk is quite funny, with the assistant coach looking incredibly tiny with a hilarious expression on his face. After finishing up his college basketball career at the University of Iowa, McCaffrey took a different path and started coaching. While playing with Iowa, McCaffrey showed plenty of promise as a player and completed 166 games. However, the player displayed a high level of interest in coaching, initially working with the Indiana Pacers before moving on to the Bulldogs.